Hey guys, welcome back home to the channel once again. Thanks for joining me. Today we have a crossbow review. As you can see, this is the Black Ops 390 by Barnett, and I love this bow. I bought this partway through the season last year and was able to harvest a deer with it. And I bought it because my other crossbow had a limb failure, and I know that I've treated this one a lot better than that other bow, but regardless of comparing it to other bows, just standalone, this thing I think for 350 bucks is really solid, great value, and has tons of pros that I want to go over. I don't really have any cons for it at this point, so that gives you kind of a vibe of how I feel about this bow. So I just want to give my general review, and if you're looking for a new crossbow, especially one in a similar price point, I'll tell you why you should probably consider this one and what I've noticed using it. So let's go over assembly really quick to start. This is pretty easy. It's similar to pretty much any other crossbow I've seen. The limb assembly is all together. The string is drawn up already, obviously. You just have to slip it over the rail, the top string that is, and then get your cross strings underneath the rail. The stoppers you'll have to put on as well, but that can be a little finicky to get all those on and get the limb assembly on the rail, but it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. And then there's just one bolt, if I remember correctly, right in here that fixes the limb assembly to the rail, so pretty easy. Same thing for this stirrup, pretty easy. 4 screws right there that put this stirrup, the foot stirrup in. And this is kind of maybe a small thing, but I really like this stirrup. It's got a plastic grip on it, and it's just really sturdy on there. So that's pretty much it for assembly, if I remember correctly. Scope comes on there, ready to go. So that's nice and easy, pretty similar again to any other crossbow I've seen. So moving on to some smaller features that I really like of this thing is the buttstock. So 2 things. The buttstock is adjustable. It has 5 different positions. So if all the way in is one position, then you have 4 notches from there that it can move to, and that gives you a lot of variability and adjustment for different angles that you're shooting at as well, or just kind of your own preference. And then here, this little, I guess I'll call it the face guard. Your face can rest on there when you're shooting, and that can adjust up or down by toggling that screw there. You just loosen it, raise it, and then you can tighten it. I like having it up personally. And then another really small thing, but something I really like about this bow, is the rope hold right here. So when you use your cocking rope, obviously you have to put it on that ridge there to get leverage. This thing, this bead here, flips down. It'll flip back up once your cocking rope is in place in that notch on the ledge, and it'll keep it in place when you're trying to cock the crossbow, which I really like. It's just a really nice thing to have. It's not a huge deal, but it is a nice convenience to have. So that being said, that's kind of just some of the smaller stuff. Moving into, I guess, the stuff that really matters. The scope is 4x32. I've never really used the zoom or anything on it too much. It's got 5 different levels of reticles that you can use. I've only ever used the top one. It's pretty good at 20 to 25 yards. Nice and accurate. So with that being said, scope, I know there's higher powered ones and maybe better ones on the market, but you know, this comes with the unit obviously, and it's a decent scope. I had this on here when I harvested my deer last year, and so in all the practice shots that I've used, it's done pretty well, and it's been consistent. And that's the main thing I want to say is, like, I have been pretty accurate with this thing all the way through all my practice, and you know, I made a good shot on my deer. I don't think it was due to the bow. I shot a little bit higher than I aimed on my deer, but still obviously made a good shot on it. And so with that being said, this thing shoots pretty consistently from what I've noticed, like very consistently actually. So with both field points and broadheads on targets. So I really like that about that, because as far as I know, you don't always get that with crossbows. So this thing is pretty consistent, which is what I would say is kind of a #1 benefit to it. So another thing I like is how light this thing is. It's 6 pounds. I'll put the other specs up here as well. But yeah, having a lighter crossbow like this is really nice when you're still trekking across a land to get to your stand or whatever. Really nice. Or if you're doing, you know, if you're walking into the woods and hunting that way, which, you know, can be hard with a crossbow, this thing maybe will make that a little bit easier to get where you need to go. So I like that for sure on this thing. And yeah, overall velocity is still good on this as well. I know there's higher out there on the market now, but it definitely still packs a punch. And so overall, just a really solid bow. I would definitely consider this, guys. 350 bucks, really good value. So far it's been nice and consistent. It seems durable. I've only had it like a year, but I would just consider all those pros that I went through. And again, thanks for watching, and good luck out there hunting if you do that. And otherwise, just get out and enjoy the great outdoors. And thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.